Good, happy Wednesday evening, January 19, 2022. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Wednesday evening, so let's get started right now. First up, more walk-in COVID-19 vaccination sites opening this week in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Welcome to the Gigernet. Fidium Fiber has arrived. Say hello to better, faster fiber internet delivered right to your home.
Because at-home tests have become increasingly difficult to find, the state hopes to add a third round of free at-home tests. It will ask the fiscal committee for another $10 million to purchase them if they can find them. But when it comes to state-run PCR test sites, getting quick results remains an issue.
We're pushing on those contractors as best we can. There's, I don't know of any testing facility that isn't just all out 24/7 trying to keep up with the demand right now.
The state is also opening more vaccine sites, 7 total by the end of the week. Stratham opened today, Concord on Friday, and next week, 3 more in Salem, Manchester, and Nashua. That as demand for the booster has died down. But Sununu says the vaccine remains the #1 way out of the pandemic.
But that doesn't mean we're going to sell ourselves short in terms of kind of trying to promote it and make it available. A lot of healthcare facilities are pulling back a little bit on themselves doing the vaccination. So again, we'll try to take that burden off them a little bit and allow them to focus a little more on their patients.
He also announced a third strike team will be added in early February, in this case to a long-term care facility in Portsmouth, to continue to help clear hospital beds.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. "24 more COVID-19 deaths announced in New Hampshire." Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Tonight, DHHS is reporting 595 new confirmed cases, but notes these numbers are incomplete. There are another 253 from prior days. The state is averaging 3,100 new cases a day as active cases drop tonight to nearly 19,000. There are 411 people hospitalized and 24 new COVID-related deaths.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Biden says America is weary from COVID-19 battle, but nation is in a better place. Let's take a listen to that video.
Die Hard. Good choice.
Only one I trust.
Imagine if everything had the reliability, durability, and power of Die Hard. Die Hards choose Die Hard and Advance Auto Parts.
Marking his first full year in office,
I'm not going to give up and accept things as they are now.
President Joe Biden held a formal news conference at the White House, fielding questions as his administration struggles to get a grip on the coronavirus crisis.
Some people may call what's happening now the new normal. I call it a job not yet finished.
The president touting progress on vaccinations, reopening the economy, and creating jobs, yet acknowledging there's more work to do as he enters the midterm election year.
I'm going to be out on the road a lot, making the case around the country with my colleagues who are up for re-election and others, making the case of what we did do and what we want to do.
With recent key economic indicators showing record inflation, many Americans are anxious about what's to come. The president seeking to ease some of those concerns.
The best thing to tackle high prices is a more productive economy with greater capacity to deliver goods and services to the American people.
President Biden's appearance at the podium comes as his Build Back Better plan hangs in the balance. His recent push for voting rights legislation also encountering roadblocks in the divided Senate. Despite the setbacks, the president vowing to press ahead.
The best days of this country are still ahead of us, not behind us.
In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Poll shows New Hampshire voters believe country headed in wrong direction. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Die Hard. Good choice.
Only one I trust. Imagine if everything had the reliability, durability, and power of Die Hard. Die Hards choose Die Hard and Advance Auto Parts.
The latest St. Anselm College Survey Center poll shows Senator Maggie Hassan with an advantage currently over a trio of Republican candidates. The closest potential matchup at the moment is between the senator and retired Army General Don Bolduc. Of 1,215 registered New Hampshire voters polled, 43% say they'd vote for Hassan, 36% would back Bolduc, and 10% say they'd want to cast a ballot for someone else. 12% were unsure. When it comes to the possible head-to-head between Hassan and State Senate President Chuck Morse, 41% say they'd choose Hassan, 27% would vote for Morse, 17% want someone else, and 15% are unsure. And if the U.S. Senate contest in November was between Hassan and Londonderry Town Manager Kevin Smith, 42% favor the incumbent senator, 24% would cast a ballot for Smith, 17% want someone else, and 17% are unsure.
No one really shines yet against Senator Hassan. So although her numbers have been deflated like everyone else's who's an incumbent, there's no real strong challenger yet that's known.
Name recognition is an issue for these GOP contenders. But with this poll finding 74% believe the country is headed in the wrong direction, being new isn't necessarily a disadvantage.
And that's 74% of people who believe the country is on the wrong track is a very toxic number for anyone on the ballot.
Adam Sexton, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. East Kingston man accused of pointing gun inside Exeter Bar. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Welcome to the GigaNet. Fidium Fiber has arrived. Say hello to better, faster fiber internet delivered right to your home.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. The incident happened last Friday night, right around closing time here at Shooter's Pub in Exeter. 49-year-old Ricky Gagney is charged with 4 counts of criminal threatening with a deadly weapon. Now, the pub owner says Gagney was at the bar earlier in the night and returned right at closing time looking for his credit card. Court documents say Gagney heard customers laughing at a table amongst themselves, and he thought they were laughing at him. Authorities say Gagney then threatened to go to his pickup truck and get a gun, which he did. Employees saw him cock the gun on his way back from the parking lot. Once Gagney got to the door, he pointed the gun in the direction of employees and customers. One of the pub's employees then closed the door on Gagney, knocking him to the ground. He also dropped the gun. That employee, described by the owner as an adult man, then held Gagney on the ground until police arrived.
When anyone uses a firearm to threaten people, we always take it seriously.
It could have been a lot worse. Yes, I'm very thankful, and he doesn't want a whole lot of fanfare, so I'm respecting that. But he would be my definition of a hero for sure.
Police say that .40 caliber Beretta was loaded with a round chamber. Now, Gagney is being held without bail at Rockingham County Jail, pending an evaluation. Live in Exeter, Jason King, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And That is a look at your news for this evening. Now we're going to switch gears and let's go into weather. The weather right now is mostly cloudy, 37 degrees, feels like 33 degrees. And a slight chance of precip over the next 6 hours. With a full weather forecast, let's go to meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Good evening, Haley.
Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Here's an update on your forecast. We've got a light band of snow that moves across far southern New Hampshire tomorrow morning. Some of us see it, others don't. It may even be a complete miss and stays to the south of us. It's just going to be this very narrow band. If it does move over, there could be a quick coating in time for the morning commute. Following this, though, another blast of Arctic air that certainly we all will feel. Friday, highs only in the teens. It remains quiet this weekend with no real big storms within the next 5 days or so. We've had some clouds moving through it, a totally different weather day in the North Country because of clouds and the winds not making it into the North Country, the southerly winds that we saw in the south. That warmed our temperatures into the 40s, but areas up north stayed in the teens all day long. There's a cold front lurking up toward our north and west. Eventually, this slides southward and kind of just parks over southern New Hampshire and southern New England, as a matter of fact, tomorrow morning. Then this low pressure system, you see this moisture to the south and west kind of rides along that front. But the question is, how far north does that fully get? So let me show you this. Overnight tonight, we'll see increased clouds. And notice this band here of snow. Now, this computer model at 7 a.m. keeps it south of New Hampshire. But it's possible that areas from Manchester, south and east see a little bit of light snow early tomorrow morning. But at this point, it could also stay to the south of us. So it's just a chance of some light snow in the southern half of the state, and then that clears in the afternoon. What follows it, though, is some brutally cold air for Friday. If we do see that band making it into southern New Hampshire, it would be maybe Jaffrey, Manchester, south toward Portsmouth, with up to an inch in the more vigorous snow showers. But I'm thinking, if anything, it's a quick little flurry or two. Mainly cloudy tonight. The winds lighten up. They were gusty earlier today, especially south. Tomorrow, temperatures in the 20s north, but 30s Concord, Manchester, and Nashua. And a heads up that we did do a little bit of melting today in the southern half of the state. So tomorrow morning, there may be a few new icy spots, and also those flurries in the southern half of the state. Then clearing, sunny and cold Friday with a high near 17. In the 20s Saturday. Sunday, some clouds and maybe a flurry or two. Then it's sunny and chilly Monday before the next chance of some light snow coming through on Tuesday and into Wednesday.
Okay, and there you go. That was your weather forecast from meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Thank you for that, Haley. And we are going to switch gears now, and let's go into sports. And here is WMUR News 9 Sports with Jamie Stayston.
Celtics basketball on tap for tonight. Seas host the Charlotte Hornets at 7:30 on ESPN. It's another good test for the surging Boston team and a chance to gain some ground in the Eastern Conference. The Celtics have played a ton of close games this year. They may get another one tonight.
It's good for your confidence. And, once you get down to the end of the year, to the playoffs, a lot of those games come down to crunch time. So I think it's good for us to, have been in so many close games up to this point, because we can figure out what works, what doesn't work, what we need to be trying to get to at the end.
All right, Celts involved in a late-night trade with two other teams, Denver and San Antonio. The Seas send Juancho Hernan-Gomez, who rarely played this season, to the Spurs. Boston ends up with center Bol and guard P.J. Dozier, both of whom are injured and may never put a Celtics uniform on. The Celts save $4.3 million in salary, which will help them avoid a luxury tax. Let's announce the big number, $703,903,943. That's the total spent on sports betting in the Granite State in 2021, online and at betting venues, nearly $750 million. These numbers from New Hampshire Lottery. The state of New Hampshire gets $30 million for state education. Almost half the year total came in the heavy NFL betting months of September through December. Through the 2 years of sports betting in New Hampshire, $929 million has been wagered, with the state getting $41 million for state education. Let's go to UNH hockey. There, guys, they're riding high after a huge weekend, sweeping 20th ranked Boston College in 2 games. It's the first sweep for UNH over the Eagles since 2009, 13 years. UNH has had their number lately, 5 wins in their last 7 games. Up next, the Wildcats played 2 games this weekend in Hartford at the Yukon Huskies.
It's certainly not going to be easy for us going down there. The XL is, we've had some good games, in terms of the atmosphere down there. It's exciting. It's a tough place to play. Two games on a road, and I think this will be a real test for our team. I'm optimistic that we'll be ready, and then let the 2 teams settle in.
All right, to finish up with some girls basketball, Goffstown and Spalding this afternoon in Rochester. It's Maggie Sasso over to Noelle Simmons. That's a 3-pointer. Get the Grizzlies going. More from downtown for them. Caroline Foreman over to Aver Winterburn. That's a good-looking shot. Grizzlies were on the move. Second quarter, Red Raiders. Hannah Drew finds Mia Bellarjean for the 3-pointer. This one goes to Goffstown. They get the road win, 43-34. We'll have some UNH women's basketball coming up tonight, along with that big Celtics game.
Sounds good.
All right,
Thank you, Jamie. Don't forget to tune in for New Hampshire.
Okay, there you go. Thank you for that sports report, Jamie Steeston. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening and see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and goodbye, everyone.